Well, I was born in New Orleans and I moved around a lot growing up, but when I was in middle school, I moved finally back to Louisiana and grew up mainly in Hammond, I would say, and went to St. Thomas Aquinas there. And then from that point, I ended up wanting to stay in state, but trying to go to a different region. So I went to University of Louisiana Monroe in Monroe. And then from that point, I was already in Northern Louisiana, so ended up going to LSU Shreveport. Spent 4 great years over there, and then wanted to kind of get out of the state and experience kind of a new way of medicine, which one of my mentors really highly recommended. And so it drove me to interview all across the country, and somehow I ended up in the Northwest in Oregon at Oregon Health and Sciences University, and had a blast over there for 3 years. My wife and I learned how to ski, learned how to backpack, actually had elevation, saw mountains, which we don't see too much in the South. So it was a fantastic time. Going through med school, going through all this stuff, people always ask me, like, what is your greatest accomplishment? And I always say, well, one time I won a food eating contest in Portland. And so it always throws them for a loop. And they're like, well, you don't seem like a big guy, did you do it? And I said, it was a spice eating contest. And so like one of my hobbies is I love spice. I grew up with a bunch of it. And someone from Louisiana, Cajun with the last name DeDeaux, going to this food eating contest, there were some high hopes for me. And so ended up winning the competition and getting the crown of the king of the spicy fireballs, they called them. And so I need to go back actually and hold my crown this year. I always kind of knew I wanted to do something with medicine rather than surgery. I was actually wanting to do emergency medicine for a little bit, but as soon as I found out that emergency medicine, you don't follow your patients up to the actual wards and help kind of diagnose them and treat them and see them throughout their hospital stay, I quickly switched over to internal medicine as what I wanted. I've always been very curious and I've always wanted to kind of figure things out. In internal medicine, if you don't know the answer, it's always bothering us. We are kind of the diagnosticians, we're trying to investigate and treat and trying to figure things out. And that's very unique to our specialty, and I love that aspect of it. I love being part of a team. Throughout residency, it's always about a team motto, and you have a kind of an upper level, a middle level, and then kind of your students there. And so kind of coming here when we're all kind of equal colleagues was kind of different, but just fantastic. And everyone here has been so helpful. When I first started 2.5 years ago, I had so many doctors coming in, if you need help, just give me a call. And all the specialists, it's like, if you have questions, give me a call. And so there's such a big sense of camaraderie. And we all have each other's backs, we're all supporting each other. And I feel like that's very unique. Every little part of the clinic, lab, everyone is just crucial. Medicine's a team sport, and if we're not all here working together, things are gonna fall through the cracks. And so, with my nurse, Jamie, it's just been, we're a team, when I always say like our patients, because they're not just my patients. A lot of times they call and they want to talk to Jamie and not me. And it's such a huge key of having a great nurse and being open and being able to help out with our patients.